So I guess tell me more about you, and then more about like what you studied at Middle Tennessee and kind of your like career path.
Well, my name is Jessica, and I grew up in Michigan. Um, I came down to Tennessee for my freshman year of college, and I studied at MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University. I came here actually on a track scholarship. So that's kind of how I got down here. I studied psychology, and funny story, I never changed my major just because I felt like I was way too deep once I wanted to change. And I minored in art and coaching. And now I've been post-grad, this is my second year now.
So like I guess what inspired you to start Rush, and or your YouTube channel, and kind of like how did you get into it?
They're both very different. Both of them are just huge passions of mine. And I guess starting with YouTube because I started that first. It was literally this month, 2 years ago, I started YouTube. And the previous years before that, I was just binge watching. I was so into it. I used to want to be like all the girls on the channels. And I used to, I don't know, I just really wanted to do it. But there's always that thing, and I get questions every day that are like, what are people going to think of me? And people are so worried about what other people are going to think, or if they're going to look awkward or be weird. And that was always in the back of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And just having, I've always just been a very, get it done person.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day I just said, you know what, whatever, I'm just going to do it. And I did, and I'm so happy. I wish I would have started sooner. That is probably one regret that I have, but I'm very happy with how everything is. And yeah, and so then come December last year, you're going to think I'm crazy, but it happened within, I would say, a month and a half. And I had just said, around October, November, I was talking to my friends saying, I think I'm going to start a store. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, I think I want to start a boutique, an online boutique, and have my own little style, my own little closet in a store. And they were like, oh, okay. And then the next day I was getting the paperwork done at the Department of Revenue and City Hall and all that.
That's crazy. What has been the biggest challenge since you started Rush? And how did you overcome that challenge?
There's been a lot of big challenges, just solely for the fact that I'm kind of figuring this out on my own, and my family's not in business. My dad's a teacher, and my mom works at a nursing home. There's nobody that I can really call and say, hey, how does this work? I don't have any friends that do this. So there's been quite a bit of things that have been hard for me to figure out, but the biggest challenge, I would honestly just say getting it up and running and knowing all the right paperwork to get done and everything like that.
Do you have a person, a mentor kind of person that you go to for some of this, or did you just literally figure it out yourself?
In the beginning, I literally figured everything out myself, and my tax person is really, really helpful, and so is my banker. So if I ever have major questions, I usually will ask one of them, depending on what area I have to do it.
I guess what has been the most rewarding part of your career so far?
Oh my gosh, honestly, everything. I could never just narrow it down. With YouTube, it was really cool to see the subscriber mark over 100,000 just recently. And then with Rush, a couple months back, we had an event party, and a ton of my reps came out. And it was just such a cool experience to meet all of them and just be a part of such a cool community and stuff. So,
I guess what would be some advice that you would give someone who wants to start their own business?
It's so hard, and looking back, I'm calling myself crazy for being at the point that I'm at right now. But I would just say that the number one piece of advice would have to be hard work. I mean, this stuff doesn't come easy, and you know, it's not even been a year, and I still, like, I spend my nights researching and on my phone and on my computer just doing stuff. Like, I'm not in bed till like 4 in the morning every night.
Right. I guess with that, could you walk me through kind of what you do day to day for either or
Yeah.
YouTube or Rush?
So I was gonna say it's never the same. Every single day is different. It really just depends what needs to get done. So on a Rush day, I have 3 interns. Well, I have like 1 kind of assistant and 2 interns. And on a Rush day, which is usually Tuesday, because that's just what works with their schedule, we, they come and they do a lot of steaming and tagging and packing, and we set up any photo shoots that need to happen for new arrivals. We started doing some more content stuff, and we're going to try to start going live on Instagram, and just kind of planning out the Instagram and doing all of that. So usually when we get together, it's just different every Tuesday or whatever day it is that we get together that week. And then for YouTube, that's just day to day. I'm constantly answering emails and talking and negotiating with brands. And then if I have any videos due, I'm working on those, or just aligning like a schedule up as to like what needs to be filmed that week and things like that.
So I guess with that, what's your favorite thing that you get to do?
My favorite thing on the Rush side would have to be just, I love the photo shoots and all of that, because I do all of that. Like, I have a whole studio set up. I love to make it like as professional as I can. And my favorite part would just be just like designing the website and making it look a certain way. And then for YouTube, I love filming. Like, I think it's so much fun.
Like, could you take me through the process of doing like a haul, or like how you create one of your videos on YouTube?
So, like a haul video?
Yeah.
So if so I'll give you an example. So I just did a video with Express, and Express is like, you know what Express is?
Yeah.
Okay. So a brand gets in contact with you, and you negotiate, what price you're going to do if you're doing a sponsored video. And then they will also provide you with a sum of money to go and order a ton of clothes for the video. And so then you pick out all your clothes, you wait till they come, and then usually once you receive the clothes, they will set a date as to like when they can like track the shipment and see when the clothes are there, and then they'll set a date as to like when it's due. And there's always contracts involved, and things you have to meet. So I'll just set up my camera, and I'll just film, and I'll talk about the pieces and what I like about them, that I don't. I don't work with any brands that I have to do like a script for. I just feel like it's not genuine, and I just wouldn't, work with a brand that I don't genuinely want to. And so it's easy for me because I actually really do like everything that I'm talking about. And so, then I either the next day or a couple days later will edit the footage, cut it all together, and then forward over the video for them to approve it. They approve it. Once it goes live, they send the payment, and that's pretty much how that whole thing works.
How long would you say like each video takes you, like from the point of negotiating the contract to post?
I would say usually maybe 2 weeks.
What would you say is like the best perk about running Rush or your YouTube channel?
I think I touched on this earlier, just kind of the fact that you can create your own schedule when you have your own business, kind of. I mean, there's a lot of things that you have to worry about and think about. But it's really nice to, wake up and be like, okay, hey, I'm going to put this aside for right now because I need to focus on this.
Got you. So what is a characteristic that you think is most important for somebody who's like in your role?
Definitely hardworking.
Okay. What would you say are the next steps for Rush, and where do you want to take it in, say, the next few years?
In the next few years, well, I like that it's small. I get this question all the time: are you going to open a storefront? And the answer is absolutely not. There's absolutely no way. Everything is online these days. I think it would almost be going backwards to open a store and put that kind of money into that. But I really, really do want to keep growing it and eventually open a warehouse and have the packing and shipping going out of a warehouse.
What is one thing that you wish you would have known prior to going into